week, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bears will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So running back comes onto the field. Everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Handoff from the gun. And the Wildcats have a first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Off the RPO, complete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Using the quick game. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Arizona right back to the line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They're going to throw it again. He's got him in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense in hurry-up mode. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker?
Touchdown, Wildcats. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Well, you know, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bears offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
Like, this just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
Off the play fake. Moving away from pressure. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Bears will send out the punt unit.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RP...
And he makes the catch inside the 20. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll set up to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second down coming up.
And now on second down for this offense. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it starts. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Leaves it with the running back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what...
And they will score! Touchdown Bears! these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This offense has a second down play. He's got his man. They get him down after he makes the catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Arizona in a hurry.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. He's back to throw on second down. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to run for it. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. No huddle offense to the line.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Offense lining up quickly. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, just keeps firing. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
The stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. They want to just keep throwing it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arizona.
The defense snuffed out any attempt to move forward on the last play, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wildcats!
Arizona. Number 19.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
Baylor, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Back, and here comes the Bear offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. And the Bears headed quickly to the line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Bears with the 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Quickly complete. Find some fresh air. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Baylor!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The give from the gun. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They get to the line quickly.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Arizona right back to the line.
Second down.
Back to the air one more time. That's reeled in. It's Pettis. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Caught on the outside, it's Davis. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Comes out throwing on first down. Gets it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Arizona, number 19.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Arizona 28, Baylor 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Rice. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Arizona in a hurry. On second down, he's looking downfield. Firing to the end zone. And that pass picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra pit.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. On the run, fires downfield. Complete downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. And the Bears will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes a connection. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Bears! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. The 10. He takes it all the way back for the 2. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Pettis. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Quick strike complete. Drills him with the stiff arm. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wildcats are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rice.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there.
And he breaks into the open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And the third down pass is incomplete. The Bears decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes a move. Made a defender miss. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. First snap in this drive will come from the 46. To the air on first down. He looks that one in nicely. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Arizona 44, Baylor 20.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Going over the top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll bring it back. It's Rice. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Looking for space. It's Stewart. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up third and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Goes to the option. Shakes off the defender. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Smashes it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They're trying to get to it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
This time it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were.
He's got it up to 20. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Punk. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
Feeling some heat.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking the play. On third, the punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Bears! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense set on first down. He's going to pass. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And as a defensive guy, it's so hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield because it starts to go to the flat. Oh, no, I got to go cover him. And then, boom, he hits that angle route, cuts right inside, gets inside of me, and now I'm just chasing him, trying to get him on the ground. Nice route by the offense.
The Wildcats in the hurry up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. Holds and fires complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He'll pitch it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Spits it out to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. The field goal is no good. Always want to pile on those points when you can, guys, but you have a 20-point lead, life is good. All wideouts, no bats. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. That last completion has him set up, 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. It's complete. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it starts. And they get him down. The Bears moving quickly to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Complete to the left. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points.
to see some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Buffalo. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Flips it out in the flat. They get him down after he makes the catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The give as they work on that clock. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the returner will be dragged down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up with it.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level next time.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the big fella.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He wants to throw it again. Finds his man down the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes it on the run. Complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Throws to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one way too far.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Looking to the end zone. Fires and picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. 7 is the lucky and skilled number.